being able to interact with your family, you almost don't want to show that side of you because it's different. These two differences can tear a person apart. It's very apparent when I'm in those Native American lands that everything seems to be in balance. Road trip in the Southwest, and part of that road trip involved me exploring the Navajo lands. I'm a quarter Navajo. What these people stood for was very empowering. As I was there, I reflected upon what the Native American heritage gave me. And for me, I believe that it gave me part of my humility. Many people comment on that aspect of my character. And for me, I think it's rooted in my Native American heritage. And a lot of people focus on what happened in the past. And a lot of people look at the Native Americans and often they're quiet about what happened. And for me, it's about tapping into that humility and allowing the past to be the past, and to take the experiences and what we learned from the past and only bring the good in. And so we can continue to focus on the past. We can look at how any group was done wrong. If we can let go of the past, if we can look forward with a bright vision instead of focusing on what had been done, to look at each other and live with each other in a more peaceful way. And for me, it's very apparent when I'm in those Native American lands that everything seems to be in balance, and not trying to label everything, not trying to make things better. The only thing that they're doing is they're being themselves. And just by them being themselves, that's what makes it better. Yeah, so one of the interesting things about being in the military, especially as a leader, is that you have to wear multiple hats. And the hat of combat or the hat of sensitive missions is definitely a different hat than whenever you go back home to your family and your wife and your kids. Because oftentimes, whenever we're deployed, we have to have that ultra attention to focus, never knowing what's going to come next. Moment by moment, you're living in that moment, and then you're on the phone or on a video conference with your wife or your family, and you have to turn that attention to detail, that extreme subtleness of danger everywhere, and you have to turn that off momentarily. Being able to interact with your family, you almost don't want to show that side of you because it's different. You have a different look in your eye because you're looking at the world in a different perspective. These two differences can tear a person apart, and being able to balance this duality is, I think, incredibly talented people that do that. And so for me, I just got to give credit to those that are constantly deployed, whether it's combat or sensitive missions around the world that they can't speak of. And then to be able to be that go-to dad or that go-to husband, and to be able to balance that, I tip my hat to you. And young people joining the military, I think, is an incredible opportunity for exploration of self. Take my personal story that I joined the military, very ambitious, had a lot of energy towards life, but I didn't have any direction. And the military, for me, gave me that focus. It's about understanding what your journey is in life. And if it feels that the military is the calling for you, at least in a chapter of your life, that's exactly what you should do, because the benefits of the military are great.